Yo, we got a video here today and we're looking at competition anxiety, where the ladies, they don't like that you cheat, but there's a part of them that can respect you because now it's like, wow, this guy has the ability to actually pull some tail other than myself, so let's get straight into it.
And that's whenever him and I started having troubles in our relationship, even more than we did before. He just was not caring about me and how I felt in the relationship. He never wanted to be around me. He would always choose his friends over me. So at that point, I had just had enough. And
why? How about, did that question ever come around? Why would he rather hang out with his boys than you? Is it because you're a wet blanket? I mean, I don't know.
I broke up with him. Did I want to get back with him 2 hours after I broke up with him? Yes. Did I? No. I decided that I was going to be a strong, independent woman at that time. So I decided, why not make a Tinder? Was I underage? Yes. Did I put jailbait in my bio? Yes, I did. So that's that. I pretty much made a Tinder. And I guess...
Strong and independent. I just made a Tinder. I just made a Tinder. I just wanted some validation, some attention. Thank you for putting that on the table.
Literally the day after I made mine, one of Derek's friends decided to tell Derek to make a Tinder also. So he makes a Tinder and the first person he sees on there is me. So I left school early that day and I get a text message from Derek saying, "You are such a whore." So at that point I'm like really pissed off. I'm like, I don't care, like do what you want, like sorry that you're angry that I'm deciding to move on, like not my fault. By the way, if you ever break up with your boyfriend, get a Tinder. That shit is a confidence boost. You will literally have all these guys telling you that you're so hot and it's so nice to just reject them. So
Ender right here hit the like on the way out, please. It's just so nice to reject them. There's no oh, maybe there's a relationship, maybe, but it's just, I get all this validation, attention, and I get to reject them, and I get to do it as a way to spite my boyfriend. Hopefully my boyfriend's friends see it and he sees it, so I get to make them jealous.
Well, I guess my bad bitch parade had ended because I got really lonely the one night and I had texted him asking what he was doing and he pretty much said nothing. So what did I do? I went to his house, and when I was there we had talked about things and I asked him, I said, I want to know the truth about everything. I said, I already know half of what's going on, but I want to know what you meant by...
So she knows that he's a cheater, like a habitual cheater, does it all the time. But she's willing to stick around. Why is that? Why are they willing to stick around? Because they're willing to fight for the top 5% of genetics, for the top 10% of guys.
That text message. I didn't know anything, by the way. This kid literally just told on himself every single time that he cheated on me. He was literally so freaking dumb. He says there was this girl at work and I said, what's her name? He told me her real name now. And I said, did you do the nasty with her? And he said, yeah. I said, how many times? And at this time I'm kind of like holding back my tears because my boyfriend was a sociopath, and if he saw you putting out any emotion, he would base his emotion off of that. So anytime that he cries too, I literally just ignore him because...
Self-aware enough to know that the person's a sociopath. You know, educated, strong, and she knows what's going on, but she sticks around. You know, they like to hang around the fire, just maybe get burnt once in a while.
He just does it to make you feel bad instead of actually crying because he feels bad. So I'm sitting there with a straight face and I'm like, you know, how many times, where, when, like blah 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 blah. He says, I don't know how many times. And at that point, that already makes me think, oh great, like you were going into work every single day and screwing this girl while you were there. Nice. I slept there that night because it was too late for me to go home. No, he did not do anything. I literally slept on the couch. He slept in his bedroom because I was not about to do that. But I made him think that I was fine with it. Like,
talk is cheap, mother.
How do we know that's true? This person is willing to hang around, willing to put up with cheating behaviors, but she stayed over the night, but no funny business whatsoever.
Like, you know, I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, like, it's in our past, just promise you'll never hurt me again. So the next day, I wake up and I go to school. I left school early that day. I went home, I went to my dad's house, and I pretty much just stayed home for a majority of the day. And that night, I had found that girl on Snapchat, which was very stupid of me because I am all about...
Stalked that girl on Snapchat. You don't just magically find them. You went out of your way to find her, to get on it. Stop lying.
Not blaming the girl. Like, before I had such like a nasty mentality of it was the girl's fault, not the guy's, which is totally not the case. So I will never ever go off on a girl. If I ever find out that my boyfriend is cheating on me with a girl because it's just, they're not the one in your committed relationship. So I find this girl on Instagram and I find her on Snapchat, and like I said, I add her on Snapchat, and when I see her Instagram bio is literally, I'm your boyfriend's favorite. Her pictures are all captioned stuff about screwing girls' boyfriends. I didn't know that was a trend, but actually a lot of girls like to do that. I think like a few weeks ago, this girl was talking on the phone.
Yeah, that's a trend, is that they look for boyfriends. I think a trend that I've seen is that they look for married guys too. They don't care about seeing the wedding ring. Quite frankly, they see the wedding ring and they see some beta that's willing to settle. Or maybe he's like alpha, whatever. They see a guy that he's willing to settle down. So that they want a piece of that pie.
Saying how she loves fucking guys with boyfriends.
Whoa.
Love that for you, sis, just not for me. So at that point, I'm getting really angry because when I'm looking on all these photos, like her captions are literally just disgusting. And I add her on Snapchat and I text her and I say that, you know, like, you're nasty, you're a whore, blah, 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 just like me being any jealous, insecure girlfriend. And I let the emotions get the best of me that night. But it was really funny because, like,
Yeah, it is. It's funny that you're willing to fight over a cheater. A sociopath, actually. You said the words, he's a sociopath, and you're jealous and willing to fight over it. Let's just cut the crap. The guy's probably some quarterback Chad. I mean, that's why they're fighting over him.
She was talking to me and she was like, it's not my fault your boyfriend wanted to screw me, and, you know, it's not my fault that I'm better looking than you, blah, 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 just this, that, and the next. So, like, I'm really letting this girl get under my skin. Like, I'm, like, really pissed off. Like, at this point, I really wanted to go to this girl's house and just, like, do some very not nice things. So, soon enough, I find out that the owner of the restaurant that he was working at, that's his daughter.
That's really mature, by the way. It's not being emotional and, you know, working with anger and jealousy. Yeah, I'm going to go over to the house and do something illegal. Yeah, okay, sure thing.
So I'm ready to literally call their work and be like, your daughter's a whore. Like, she's literally screwing people in your back kitchen and stuff like that where the food is. But instead, I just block her on Snapchat because I knew that I was letting my emotions get the best of me. And I sneak out of my dad's house that night and go.
So you added this person on Snapchat, tried to trash talk, get into it, and then you blocked them. Yeah. Oh, whoa. So brave, so strong.
Go to my friend's house. Well, when I went to my friend's house, her boyfriend was best friends with my boyfriend. This is not his brother's girlfriend, by the way. This is just one of my best friends. And her boyfriend decides to come clean on some things that my boyfriend had told him. And he's like, yeah, no, like, he always was telling me about how when he would go into work, there would be these girls all over him. He was screwing 2 girls at work every single day whenever he went in there. So at this point, I'm literally livid. Like, I'm like,
competition anxiety. The fact that he's screwing 1, 2, 3, whatever. She's still there. She is still like a moth to a flame. I wonder why.
Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I feel like the worst part about it all was the fact that because I had so many trust issues from him in the past, he was coming home like every night, and like when I would talk to him about how I was feeling, about how, you know, I was having doubts, you know, about him being faithful, he would be like, I don't know why you feel like that. Like, I've been so loyal. Like, I'm actually so proud of myself because I haven't done anything wrong. After that, I call and I tell him that I pretty much know everything. And I found out the reason.
Where's, you know, you're willing to call this person a sociopath and all these things. Where is just the realization that you're gullible? That you are literally able to believe it, to believe all of it. Because why? Because why? He's a 10 out of 10?
Why everything happened the way it did. So he was going into work early and staying later so he could screw this girl at work, actually these 2 girls at work, and the reason why he did not want me picking him up and dropping him off was because apparently this girl had a plan to come to the car and beat my ass because she wanted my boyfriend. So yeah, pretty much after that everything started making sense and him and I broke up, but my dumb ass got back together with him. So yeah, ladies, if you see red flags and you think he's cheating on you.
So you're now closing this up with ending with you got back with him. I mean, what the freak? And the reason why I put this picture on in the bottom left corner is because I don't want to watch this whole video. It's too long and too much like yaps, too much talking. Look at this makeup, guys. Is this like witchcraft? This is turning like, it's crazy out there. You're getting lied to.
He probably is, and he's probably dumb enough to tell on himself, so make sure to trick him into telling you. I love you guys so much, and let me know if you like this video. If you do, then I will start posting more story times.
Well, you heard it there. Make sure to trick him into telling the truth. or you could just stop hanging around with sociopaths. But I think sometimes sociopaths enjoy hanging around with other sociopaths. People might not look at it that way. That the company you have around you, you've chose that company. Whether you've done it on purpose or, I mean, you've just naturally just chose bad people. But anyway, gents, we're going to leave it right there. As always, thoughts, comments, but low. And hit that like on the way out. It takes 1.5 seconds. And who's not hit that subscribe button? We got to smash it. Smash the subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. So I haven't done this in a while. I thought I'd give a big shout out to the audience. Worldwide, let's start at the top. United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Germany, India, Netherlands, Sweden, South Africa, New Zealand, France, Poland, Brazil, Mexico, Philippines, Romania, Norway, Finland, Spain, Ireland, Denmark, Italy, Belgium, Portugal, Malaysia, Austria, Switzerland, Czechia, I always mess that up, Greece, Kenya, Trinidad and Tobago, Bulgaria, Croatia, Jamaica, Argentina, Japan, Hungary, Russia, Nigeria, Serbia, Israel, Indonesia, Thailand, Puerto Rico, Singapore, Slovenia, Slovakia, Chile, Saudi Arabia, Lithuania. Big shout out to the audience. This is crazy. Look at that. There's some interesting countries on there. But you guys take it easy. Have a good weekend. Peace out.